Tell me a little bit, Joan, or describe for me what your personal relationship is to Alzheimer's. I know that it's touched you quite directly.
It has. My father, in 2003, he passed away from complications of Alzheimer's. And so no one really knows exactly when he officially got it, although he got diagnosed 3 years before he died.
Mm-hmm.
And so by then he had already progressed well into it.
Okay.
But because I live in New York and my parents live in California, I would go home for Christmas and I noticed his behavior was different. One of the attributes to someone getting Alzheimer's, especially in men, is that they become violent.
Mm-hmm.
I would go home for Christmas and I noticed his behavior was different. I guess it really disturbed me, actually. I'm spending my life honing in on communication skills
Mm-hmm.
and my self-expression and really wanting to do this in my life, and it was my career. And my father, on the other hand, had lost his ability to speak, to communicate. I asked him, how are you, Dad? And he shook. I said, are you okay, Dad? And he shook his head no. But he was still staring, and he shook his head no. That was the first time out of the whole visit that he acknowledged.
So that made some kind of connection.
Yes, exactly. Now, I do think he was communicating, but I have no idea how to read that.
Mm-hmm.
I walked to the door, and I turned around to say goodbye, and when I saw him, now mind you, the whole time he was like this, for hours.
Mm-hmm.
When I looked back, he was like this. He was up out of his seat, and his arms were holding him up, and his eyes were really big, and he was just staring at me. So I went back to him, and I gave him a hug, and then I left, but I knew that was it.
That's the last time you saw him?
Yeah, and then the next time I saw him, it was at his funeral.
Mm-hmm. So how did a voiceover book then come out of your grieving for your dad?
Well, in the class, you had to create a project that was going to have impact in your community.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing about it was it kind of came to me in pieces, but I got an idea to interview the top voiceover people in the community, in the voiceover community, including myself, and then I would put together a book that would really have a visceral impact. But also, I wanted to donate the proceeds to Alzheimer's, but I also wanted to connect what I was doing with Alzheimer's. And I remembered the kind of picture I had of my father losing his ability to speak and mine to hone in on it. One of the things that I did learn in the process of my grieving and creating a book and connecting with the community of voiceover people that are in it, that I believe from what the feedback I got from people in the book, that I really brought out their leadership,
mm-hmm.
which they hadn't, maybe they had done in their own careers, but not in a way that was community, that was like building a motor together and then letting it go into the world.
One thing that the Alzheimer's, dealing with Alzheimer's with your dad was very painful, but as I'm listening to you talk, you seem to be a person who has made a conscious choice
mm-hmm.
to be passionate,
yes,
and to be inspired,
yes,
and to be excited
and motivated,
in despite whatever the circumstances might be, and it's really refreshing to be around that. Everybody's not like that, so I'm wondering what you would, tell people who might be struggling along those lines to just, or somebody who might be feeling discouraged.
It's going to take connecting to really what you're passionate about in life,
mm-hmm.
to get you through the little things, the little barriers that keep coming up.
Mm-hmm.
That to me is the key, is to really connect with really what sets you or what lights you up. I can trust myself, and if I say that I'm going to do something, I do it.
Yeah. Boy, that's an important muscle to
yes.
exercise. It is. If you can exercise that discipline muscle, start to know yourself as somebody who you can count on.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
100 years from now, what do you want to be remembered for?
Well, I would say my ability and my passion to transform myself and others in life. And however that might manifest, But one of the things that I really feel strongly about in life that really inspires me is really connecting with people. And them having an impact on me and me having an impact on them. But my impact on them, I would like it to be that they were able and somehow given permission to be who they want to be and fly.
That's great. Really great. I like that. Thanks, Joan.
Thank you,
Thanks a
Dana.
lot.